Hey everyone, welcome to GreenLane Offroad. I'm Donovan, and today we're going to be installing our new high clearance add-ons for our 3rd gen Tacoma stump bumper. We're going to start the install by removing the 4 10mm bolts, 2 on each side. Next we're going to remove the lowest plastic clip holding the inner fender well to the outer fender. Our final cut line for the bumper is going to be 4 3/4 of an inch below the upper fender flare bolt. We're just going to mark that off with a piece of masking tape, and we'll be performing the cut in a couple of stages so that we creep up to this final placement and make sure our cut is straight and clean. Our final cut is going to follow this body line here, but be below it by about 1/4 of an inch. Again, we're going to mark it off with tape, cut well below, and sneak up to our final cut line. We're going to start our cut about 1/2 inch below that body line and taper it down. We'll use the actual wing to map out how much we have to cut up so we have an even clearance line down the whole cut. If you have one of our stump bumpers that was built and shipped before spring of 2022, it won't have these 3 mounting holes for the wings. We've included a paper template in the printable instructions that you can lay over and drill your own holes, as we have on this bumper here. We've oversized the holes in our wings to allow for a little bit of adjustability, both rotating and inwards and outwards. We're going to loosely bolt up our wing using the 3 supplied 5/16 bolts with washers on the inside and outside. bolting this up loose will allow you to see where you need to trim a little bit more to make the line perfectly straight from both ends of the wing. Next step will be to trim the inner fender liner, and a good way to do this is to use the bolt-on cross brace, which will bolt to the large hole on the front body mount to the tab inside the wing. There's a little bit of adjustability in here so that you can account for the angle of the wing and make sure everything lines up perfectly. But a good rule of thumb is if you follow the bottom of this for your cut line on your inner fender flare, you won't be able to see it. We're going to drill a hole in the inner fender liner right here. We'll drill it 5/16 of an inch, and that will get pinched to this body mount when we bolt in our cross support. Next we're going to bolt up the cross support. The large hole sits on the inside of the body mount, and the small triangular end will bolt up to the tab in the wing. You should leave the wing loose right now so you still have plenty of movement and adjustability. Next we're going to bolt up our cross brace with the large hole on the inside of the body mount. Using a large fender washer on both sides, making sure we sandwich the inner fender liner all together. Now we'll bolt the outside to the wing. And leave everything loose for now. Now that we've got the wing loosely fitted up in its final resting position, we can tidy up this cut so that we have a parallel line following the top of the wing and the bottom of the plastic bumper. Using a little 1/4" shim and a Sharpie helps out with this, as you can trace along the top of the wing, leaving you with a perfect parallel cut. Now that we've got our final scribed line, we're going to remove the wing, finish our cut, sand up to that finished line, and then install our edge seal. Now that we have our cut cleaned up nicely, we can install our edge seal from the fender flare to the front corner of the bumper cover, and then we'll be ready to reinstall our high clearance wing. Snug up all the bolts. The three in the front don't have to be extremely tight. The angle and position of the wing is going to be set by the rear tie-in bar. So after you have it set exactly where you want it, snug up all the bolts, and you successfully have completed your install.